Let me tell you a truth most men never realize until it's too late. A man doesn't need the whole world to succeed. He doesn't need millions of followers. He doesn't need fame. He doesn't need everyone to believe in him. He just needs two people, not 20, not hundreds, just two. And if a man has these two people, his entire destiny changes. His success becomes easier. His future becomes brighter. His life becomes peaceful. Who are these two people? Let's talk about it. A good wife is not defined by looks, not by beauty, not by how she dresses. A good wife is defined by her spirit, her loyalty, her heart. A good wife is someone who stands next to her man not only when life is beautiful, but especially when life becomes difficult. Because here's the truth. Every man faces storms, financial struggles, failing businesses, job loss, family pressure, moments where he feels like life is collapsing. And during those moments, a man doesn't need criticism. He doesn't need someone reminding him of his failures. He doesn't need someone telling him he's not enough. He needs just one voice, one calming voice that says, "Don't worry, I'm here. We'll go through this together. You are not alone." A wife like that becomes his backbone, his courage, his strength, his motivation to get up again and again. A wife who stays soft, stays kind, stays positive, stays patient even in hardship, that wife becomes the reason a man rises higher than he ever imagined. When a man has a woman who believes in him, even when the world doubts him, he becomes unstoppable. That's why people say behind every successful man, there is a woman who never gave up on him. Because it's true. A peaceful home, a supportive partner, a loyal wife. These things make a man's life smell like roses, even in the middle of a desert. The second biggest blessing in a man's life is good children. Children who don't forget the values their parents taught them. Children who respect the path their parents showed them. When a child walks on the right path with discipline, respect, and vision, not only does that child reach their goals, but they also fulfill the dreams of their parents. A father feels proud. A mother feels complete. A family feels successful, not because of money, but because of character. A man doesn't need a perfect child. He needs a child who tries, who listens, who grows, who carries the family values forward. Good children don't just succeed individually, they carry their parents with them towards success. A man's real wealth is not his bank balance, not his job title, not the size of his house. A man's real wealth is his home, a supportive wife, and children who walk in the right direction. These two things can turn an ordinary man into an extraordinary man. A man becomes powerful when he doesn't walk alone. A man becomes unbreakable when his family stands with him. A man becomes successful when his home becomes his strength, not his stress. If a man has a wife who supports him, children who grow with values, his destiny shines, his future opens, his life becomes meaningful. So tell me, what do you want your home to look like? What kind of future do you want for your children? Because at the end of the day, the quality of a man's life depends on the foundation of his family. If you agree with this message, leave your thoughts in the comments. Share this video with a friend who needs to hear this today. And don't forget to follow for more powerful life lessons.